What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Bill Young. I'm just, uh, I'm just cooling right now, man. Feel me? I don't really feel like going to the whole setup out there right now because there's some things going on out there at the moment. We gonna have to do what we do from right here. I was just thinking about that boy Evil Folks, man. And I think everybody hear about know what's going on, but for the people who don't know, that's an individual that's no longer here with us on this earth. It was a lot of guys lined up at the door, like stalking they prey, waiting on a particular somebody to walk in. I'm talking about like they about to just hop on them when he walk in. I looked out, because when you see people all lined up like that, it could be something serious going on. It can be very wise to go see what's going on, so you know if it's an issue that you got to involve yourself in, or if you need to go hurry up and get your hot water, your cold water, your ice locked down. Because you know sometimes when there be some stupid stuff going on, you got however long it take the police to get to the dorm and shut everything down. Once they get there and shut everything down, it's over with. So I come walking off the top range. I don't walk off like going downstairs, but I walk towards the end and I look down to see what's going on. That's when I see people coming from the kitchen. So it's the kitchen workers getting off of work. It's probably around about 6:30 p.m. walking back to the building. So everybody post up at the window and just hawk these people down because everybody trying to put their bid in, trying to buy up whatever they got, especially if you got a good kitchen man. And at this time, we had a pretty good kitchen man. KJ walking the door, man, he walking the door, everybody hounding him, jumping all, like not jumping on him, but all around them, surrounding them. KJ, hey KJ, what you got, KJ? What you got? I got $2, KJ. KJ, I got $2, I got $3. And this be the thing, right? This the thing about stuff like that. If he gets smart with one of them, they'll be ready to do or say something crazy to him. Especially considering he's not gang affiliated and we're at a level 5 prison in the state of Georgia. You know, so I think even if that wasn't the case, I think the type of person he is, he's naturally just not, like trying to get aggressive with nobody. KJ really the type of person that he rather bring discomfort to himself in order to not discomfort somebody else. Hopefully that makes sense. I've actually been guilty of that before, where I rather, and it ain't like that's just my choice, but it done been a situation where I was totally uncomfortable, but I allowed it to go on because I didn't want somebody else to be uncomfortable. So I understood being in prison, that's not a good trait. So everybody surrounding him, what's up, KJ? What you got? What you got? He's walking to his room. Nobody's thinking and considering that, man, this man just got off work. He tired. He probably been in there in the kitchen sweating. Let the man get to his room and relax for a second. But that's how they do you. So I go back up here on the top rank because he usually holds something for me anyway. So everybody going there. You got plenty of people coming out with sandwiches. Some people coming out with a little piece of ice and cake. It made me think of something because this is something I damn near forgot. Evil Folks go down there, and when he came out, he had a piece of cake. He had something in his left hand and a piece of cake in his right hand, and he went to unwrapping it. And he said, man, this better had icing on it, bro. And when he, I guess, unwrapped it enough to a certain point, he could, see that it had icing on it. He said, ooh, this the one with the grave on there, big. And it was so funny to me, bro, because I totally forgot about this, bro. I got to tell y'all about it. People say, this the one with the grave on that bit. And that is a saying that people say. And that just means something is good. Something is fire. Like, something fire. You know what I'm saying? And it came about with somebody. They used to always serve us. I'm gonna just go into this real quick and then get back on track. They used to always serve us these plain as mashed potatoes all the time. And then one day we went in there to get the mashed potatoes and it had gravy on it. And then somebody in the line was like, ooh, that's the one with the grave on that bit. And bruh, they took that little saying and turned it into something being fire. So like, dude might get his hair cut. He might get a fade, a crazy fade, and it look fire. It look good. And then his homeboy be like, oh yeah, boy, that haircut, that the one with the grave on that bit for sure. Man, when I was getting out, I forgot when I was getting out of jail, when I came back to the jail, and one of my partners was like, what happened, bro? I was like, that bit got the grave on it. And that just means it's time to go. That just means like, I'm gone. I'm finna go home. He was like, it got the grave on it? It got the grave on that bit? So I was like, hey, he said, you lying. It got the grave on that bit? And I know that probably sound crazy as hell to y'all, but that's what they, that's another thing they saying there, bro. This the one with the grave on that bit. So evil folks come out the room. He like, ooh, this the one with the grave on that bit. So when he said it, I already knew it had to be something real good, but I assumed already it was ice and cake because I thought I saw somebody else come out before him with ice and cake already in their hands. And the reason I'm saying ice and cake, a lot of times they give you cake and it ain't got no icing on it. And it just be like a dry ass piece of cornbread. But when they put that icing on it, but that's the one with the grave on that bit. Everybody go out, come in and go out, KJ room. KJ come out the room. He look around. He got his cup in his hand. He got a little coffee in there. He just looked drained, bro. He probably a little shorter than me. He had like a little, I ain't gonna say afro. It was shorter than I. It was like just a little nappy little fro. Never had a haircut. He just never lined it up, but he kept it cut low. He looked up at me, dropped his head, shook his head. I started laughing because I already knew what he was finna say. I knew it before he said it. I said, that man finna come up here and start talking about people lack of discipline with their food and all that. So he go over there, he get some hot water, put a little bit in there first, then go to mixing a cup around because the coffee grains, you want them to melt down before you put all the water in there. Then he come walking up here to where I'm standing at. Came up there, he said, bro, I just don't understand. I'm thinking in my mind, before he complete his sentence, I'm thinking in my mind, he's about to say something about the food is not meant to be eaten and get full and get stuffed. It's meant to nutrient your body until you're not full, whatever, because that's what he used to always say. So they come up here and said, just don't understand. What do these dudes be doing with their food? And he just talked like that, like proper, like, you know, I don't understand what these dudes be doing with their food. It just don't add up. We'll go to the store on Monday, and by Wednesday or Thursday, I come back from the kitchen with food, and they're asking me to credit it to them until next store day. And I'm taking a damn risk. What if you do something crazy and go to the hole and we get locked down? Now I can't enjoy the sandwich or the food because you might be going to the hole or something like that. He like, man, people are just, is glutton, man. They're gluttons, bro. People just stuff themselves. People are pigs. Then he go look at me and say, you a damn pig too. So I started laughing. I'm like, I ain't no damn pig. He said, you a damn pig, see, Bill. The way you be eating, bro, you're not supposed to eat like that. I'm like, so what is food for? He said, food is for your body, to feed your body, whatever he be talking about, whatever. He just don't, he the type gonna open he the type gonna make a pocket, a whole bowl full of good food, and he the type eat 3-4 spoons of it and leave it for the next 2-3 hours. Why would I do that? You think you think I would make something to eat and let it sit for hours? Talking about I don't want to overstuff my body. Now I understand. I fully understand some people live life like that. Now I watched this man open a Snickers bar one time, bit it one time, put it back, took another bite the next day. Couldn't be me. That Snicker is going down instantly. But anyway, he about to hit the shower after he, I guess settle down, relax, sip his coffee a little bit. And he told me he had a sandwich down there for me. He wanted me to keep an eye on his room, though. He just was real paranoid, but we was straight. So I'm like, all right, bet. I think his roommate was down there gambling, whatever his roommate was doing. I believe that's what he was down there doing. Brought me the sandwich up there. It was a little cheeseburger. I just threw it in the room, went back on the rail. So he busts a few laps around the door. He go put his coffee down. He eventually go get in the shower. Now, while he's in the shower, I see Evil Folks' roommate, big Muslim dude named Harry, went in his room. And then I seen like two other dudes going in his room. They was all Muslims though. KJ roommate is Muslim too. So that's why, that ain't nothing. Now, if I just saw some off-brand person that KJ don't ever even be talking to or whatever, go in his room, then I'll probably be like, you know what I'm saying, a little red flaggish or whatever. I'm looking at them though when they go in there. I'm looking at them when they go in, when they come out, trying to see if anybody got anything obscured in their hands or their pockets or anything. It didn't appear to me as if nobody had them. He come out the shower eventually. He go in the room. I'm still out there chilling doing me. So later on, probably about 2 hours later, he pushed up on me again. He said, hey, when I went in the shower, you saw anybody go in my room? So I was like, yeah. So I told him who went in there, but I'm like, shit, your roommate was in there, so you about ain't got to worry about nobody trying to steal nothing or do nothing, you know what I'm saying, like that. So he was like, like stuff like that. I'm like, what's up, bro? You missing something or something? And he said, I think so. He said, I know I ain't tripping. I said, what the hell you missing? He said, man, the sandwiches I brought back, I know for a fact I'm missing one of them. And I'm missing a bar of soap, a yellow bar of Dial soap. He said, but I'm trying to remember, am I tripping? I said, bro, you might be tripping, bro. Ain't nobody. Because at this point in time, the type of dorm we was in, bro, wasn't nobody on that. Wasn't nobody doing all that. Wasn't nobody stealing from nobody or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had BS people that'll do little BS, but far as stealing, man, it probably had been 6-7 months since I had heard about some stealing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody did some stealing or something like that. He like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to just pay, more attention to whatever going on. So now I done got paranoid. Man, I'm in my box. I'm looking through my box. Like later that day, I'm doing stuff in my box. Man, I done tricked my brain into believe I'm missing some stuff. I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, man, I know I had a little bag of floss. They said these little bags, it's like that big and it got the little floss all in it. I'm like, man, I know I had a bag of damn floss in here, so I'm tripping. I'm asking my roommate, he ain't seen it. He like, hell no, I'm asking him who done came in the room. Then I go to telling myself I'm missing the honey bun. So now I'm kind of tripping like, and then I find the damn floss under, because it's flat, it's real flat. I find it under one of my bars of soap. And then the extra honey bun, I don't know if I was even ever missing one or not. It's just, I guess his paranoia rubbed off on me. Days later, knock at the door. Yo, KJ. I'm like, come in, bro. KJ come in. He just makes small talk. My roommate eventually walk out. Now, that's another thing about being in prison, bro. People can pick up on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you an example. I know my roommate picked up on that. That's why he walked out. So if I walk in somebody's room, well, nah, we're going to use this. If somebody walk in my room and it's me and my roommate in there and it's my roommate homeboy, and then he look at my roommate and be like, what's up, bro? My roommate be like, shit, going on? And then he be like, cool. And then I probably look up, he look at me, sup, CBL? I'm like, what going on, bro? He like, cool. I'm going to take that as he really came here to talk to my roommate about something. Something my ears ain't got no business hearing. That's why it's just weird and cool. You know what I'm saying? That's the way KJ was. I know KJ, when he came in there, just, it's all about the look on his face. And then I'm like, what the hell you got going? Shit, just chilling. I'm like, you ain't going to work today? Hell nah. And then my roommate walked out. So I know he sensed it or whatever. Soon my roommate walked out. KJ said, bro, I know I ain't tripping. I know for a fact I am not tripping. I said, what you mean? He said, bro, it happened again, bro. I said, what happened again? He said, bro, something missing out my box. I said, what's missing now, bro? He talking about a bag of fireballs. Y'all know the candy, the fireballs. I said, a bag of fireballs? He said, yes, bro. I said, are you sure 100%? He said, I'm 100% sure because that's the only bag of fireballs I had left, bro. And he used them to make his Bombay, so he be keeping up with it, you know what I'm saying? He like, the entire bag is gone. I asked him, was the bag open already? He said, no, it was a brand new bag. Here's my dilemma. I don't know exactly what KJ want me to do. I mean, I don't think he want me to just go out there and do nothing crazy on his behalf. He maybe just be wanting somebody to vent to. Cause we straight. We on decent, we cool people, whatever. But it ain't like that. But I thought I just never liked it, the fact that, I mean, I'm a very humble, cool guy. And I've let a lot of stuff go, bro. But I think I just didn't like the fact that things used to happen, bro. Because this ain't the only instant. Things used to happen, and I feel like KJ damn near let people run over him. I guess to not cause conflict or whatever. And I've done it before, I'm telling you, but he just do it way too much. I'm like, shit, bro, you gotta figure it out some type of way. You got to put a stop on it somehow. Somehow you got to figure out what happened, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, ooh, ooh. So he was like, yeah, bro, I'm going to just have to pay attention to my room more. I'm like, bro, you be at work, what, 3-4 days a week? How are you going to watch your room all day, every day? So he was like, I'm going to just try to get a lock from intake. Now, the intake area, when you first come in, that's the person that issues you a lock. And a lot of people, the lock with you got to spin it, you get a code. I mean, turn it to put in your code and open your box. That's how you keep your property protected. But a lot of people don't even use them locks, bro. Because they just, I guess everybody feel like somebody go in here and take some, I'm going to act a fool. And then that's going to ensure that nobody try nothing else ever like that again. So I think the next day, the lady in ID actually gave him a lock for real. After that, he was perfectly fine. Never said nothing came up missing again. The dude who's over the Muslims in the dorm, he's standing in front of his door looking crazy one day. Evil Folks was standing over here by me. Well, he wasn't directly next to me. He was a few feet away, but he was just standing there. I'm leaning on the rail, just looking around, bottom of the dorm like I always do. The dude who over the Muslims, he's standing there in front of his door across from where I'm at, looking crazy. He like, hey, C-Bill. So I look up, he do me like this, like telling me to come here. But shit, I ain't feel like moving. I was comfortable. I was being, I guess, lazy. I didn't feel like doing all that. So I just threw my arm up like, what's up? And then he eventually walked over there. That man said, man, you seen somebody go in my room, bro? So I was like, hell nah, I mean, I've been out here, but I really ain't even been paying attention for real, bro. So he was like, all right, that's a bet. He stopped over there. I guess he asked Evil Folks the same thing. I guess Evil Folks told him no or whatever he told him. I don't know. So the dude walked off, went back over that way. Evil Folk came over there next to me. He said, oh, these niggas stealing. Oh, they stealing in the dawn now, huh? And he's smiling. Bro, Evil Folks just ain't the type of person that you want to get smiling, bro. This is a guy that has just brought on a lot of evil, a lot of harm, a lot of hurt to people, bro. And he be smiling, I guess, before it ever really pops off or whatever. So he like, oh, they stealing around me, bitch. Uh-huh. Okay. He said, okay, they stealing? That right. That right. They Dawn right here. Shit, they the one with the grave on it. I wish a nigga would steal something from me. I'm going to put the grave all the way on the nigga ass. So he's, laughing and chuckling about it. So I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, bro. So I tell him about KJ. I'm like, bro, you want to know what's funny, though? I said, KJ had to go up there and get a lock from the intake lady. I said, man, KJ say, he been missing some shit like twice. He was like, no. I was like, yeah, that's a fact. KJ had better tighten up, put that fire on the nigga ass. So he basically talking about a candy bar. He's basically saying KJ better be ready to bust somebody with a candy bar. Bruh, you got you got 2 other people that done popped out the woodwork after the Muslim dude saying that they missing stuff out they box. So now you got hella people in the dorm making announcements, saying all kind of stuff, making open threats to people on some stuff like, hey man, shit, we find out who doing that. We find out who doing that stealing. But that's your ass. Don't let us find out. Don't let us find out who doing that stealing. Don't let us find out. You know, people make it crazy threats. You got some people talking about, we found out who doing it, we're going to stick a plunger up your head. Then you got some people talking about, oh, we're going to beat you to death. Then you got some people talking about they're going to smash their hands in the door. I think I told y'all a story about that, right? Maybe, maybe not. Where a dude's hand got smashed in the door. Like, they do stuff like that. They catch you stealing, they'll do something to your hand, basically. Man, I done seen dudes, they take the mat off the bunk, make them grab a hold to the metal bar like that, and then they take a boot, a hard-ass steak boot, the back end of it, and beat down on their hand, man. That done broke bone, that'll break bones, bro. Just imagine that, you know what I'm saying? So while everybody doing what they, making they open threats, evil folks, that's right up his alley. He like that type of stuff. He come out the room smiling. Shit, nigga ass steal from me, and I find out I'm going to cut one of them fingers off. I bet you that. I'm going to get one of them fingers. So, everybody laughing. It's all jokes and stuff. Also, everybody at this point is damn near on alert. Like, okay, we really got somebody in the dorm that's stealing. So the people that's been getting things stolen from them came up with a little agreement that all eyes is going to the poker table. Because here's the thing, people that play poker, they sit there all day. I'm talking about for hours. I've literally watched people play poker from the time the doors pop in the morning, which is 6 a.m., up until the time we lock down, which could be 11:30 p.m. or 1 a.m., depending on if it's the weekend or a weeknight. They say they finna start just paying attention to everybody that's constant, very constant poker players. And it might be a lot of people down there at the table. But what was brought unto everybody's attention is everybody that be sitting there playing poker all the time don't even be going to store. Out of a group of them down there, it might be 3 of them that don't make stow. So them 3 is like on the watch list now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't been publicly said to the dorm. It's just been said amongst a few people. And I hear about it. Come in, evil folk be talking about it. That these people are being watched at this moment to just try to see their movement, their activity, or whatever the case. Bruh, this is the day. This is the day. Not the same day, but I'm just saying when this day I'm talking about finally came. This is the day I knew it was going to be some BS. It was going to be an issue. Evil folks standing out there on the rail. He's smiling. He had just did like this real rough through his hair. And he clutching his candy bar. Now, it's under his sweater, but you could see some of it hanging out. And when I saw that, bro, I just had to go over there because evil folks don't make the best decisions a lot of times. And he's not the type of person that is going to pump fake. He's not going to be out there standing out there like that as a cry for help. He's not waiting on nobody to come be like, bruh, don't do it. Don't do it. He's not that type. He's out there with that fire like that. He got something going on. He about to go try to get active somewhere. And, I didn't want him to do it because there's a domino effect. So I go over there. I'm like, what's up, bro? What going on? Like, yeah, these niggas had playing. He said, yeah, they playing for sure. So I'm like, what you mean they playing? He said, man, I'm missing a bag of jalapeno Cheetos. I said, you capping. He said, I'm dead serious. Then he walked back in his room. I went in there behind him. He opened his locker box. Now, this the only reason I felt like, man, evil folks had tripping. This man, at this point, was selling stow bags. He got food on the floor under his box. He got food inside his box on every shelf. Only one shelf supposed to be for food. And he got a net bag hanging from the side of the box. It's these 4 holes in the top of the box, one on each corner. He got an ink pen going through the drawstring to hold it on there. And that's filled up with food. So I'm seeing so many bags of jalapeno Cheetos. So I'm like, bro, you said you missing a bag of jalapeno Cheetos. He said, facts, bro. Somebody playing with me now. I said, how would you know you missing one single bag of jalapeno Cheetos when you got all of these bags right here, bro? It's just hard for me to believe that even if you were really missing a bag of jalapeno Cheetos, it's kind of hard for me to believe that you would know and be able to just call out one individual bag. He said, I had this bag on the bottom of my bed. And he pointed to the bottom of his bed. And at the bottom of his bed, he had a little pack of Spanish rice. He had a Spanish rice. He had a half of a summer sausage. And he had a pack of noodles and I think an open pickle or something like that. He said, I put all my everything I'm finna eat right here on the end of the bed. He said, the Cheetos ain't on the bed. So that means somebody came here real quick, grabbed them, did something with them. Now, his roommate is one of the people that be on the poker table all the time. I'm like, you ain't asked Harry? He said, Harry said he ain't seen nobody come up here or nothing like that. Now, even folks just, throughout the day, in and out the room, you ain't just sitting in the room all day, But he was just like, now I'm thinking like this. Who's bold enough to do that, bro? Ain't nobody. That's the reason I feel like evil folks tripping and he just on one of his little psychotic rants right now because nobody's bold enough to do that. And I'm not saying that evil folks is just the baddest person in the world and nobody would probably attempt it because, if he said it happened, I guess it really did happen. But I'm thinking about the people that's in the dorm with me that I have been seeing every day and dealing with every day. And I'm wondering who's bold enough to go inside of that man's room, steal a bag of chips off of his bed, and walk out like nothing happened. I just don't see that happening. I don't think nobody in that dorm at that moment was bold enough to pull off something like that. It took a whole lot of pleading to talk that man out of, just knowing for sure and just chill out, not doing nothing crazy. I went and gave him a bag of jalapeno Cheetos out my box just because I ain't feel like going through all that crazy stuff that man probably was finna do. Bro, the very next day, I promise you, early in the morning, somebody else went to saying the same thing. But they didn't say about a bag of chips. I think it was like a summer sausage. Now, keep in mind, that poker game, all the people that's been playing, whether they play early, whether they play late, that group is always right there. So evil folk call his roommate up there. So his roommate go up there, whatever. Okay. So they in the room about 10 minutes and then he leave back out. He gonna walk past me talking about, I don't do no stealing. I don't trip. I don't do no stealing. Evil folk come out. He's studying around looking crazy again. I don't even go down there. He came down here eventually. He was like, yeah, I just checked Harry out. I don't know. He said, I don't know if he lying or whatever. He said, but bro, I'm just sitting back thinking about, you feel me, what goes on in their dorm and who would probably try me like that. He said, bro, the only person I can think of that can get away with it is Harry, because he my roommate. He like, bro, who else gonna come in my room and do that? And I guess that was his way of trying to be humble, talking about who else would do it, because he basically know what I know. Nigga, you slap crazy. This dorm about scared of your ass. Ain't nobody going to your room and check it out. Ain't nobody going in there. So evil folks just went to thinking. Evil folks said he finna go through bruh property and see. Because evil folks like, shit, if he's stealing it, where would he be hiding it at? So I was like, shit, if he was stealing it, he'd be taking it straight down there to the poker game. He wouldn't be hiding it nowhere. But then evil folks was like, nah, he wouldn't do that. Because if this person, that person, and me all say something just came up missing, he's not going to go straight down there with it. Because when we see it down there, we'll just go down there and figure out who the hell brought it. And that'll be the end of the solution. So he probably will slowly do it. At first I was like, yeah, but as I thought about it, it did kind of make sense. Evil folks said he finna go in there and go through bruh property. So I'm like, shit, you want me to make some noise or something, holler for you if he come up here? He started smiling. He said, I don't give a if he walk in there. I said, so you don't care if he walk in or you going through his property? He said, hell nah. He went in the room. Evil folk come back out there like 5 minutes later. He said, man, I went in there, man, lock a box. I went through every shelf. I went through his net bags, his clothes that's on the ground in the pile. I went through it. He said, man, that man ain't got nothing in there. And then I was like, well, shit, even if he did have it, he probably wouldn't hide it in that room nowhere. He probably wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, probably so, whatever. So then they just started paying attention to other people in there. Even folks was like, I got me a mouse trap. I said, you got a what? He said, I got a mouse trap. I said, what the hell that mean? He said, I got to set up so far. He said, I'm finna really know if something going on. He said, I'm paying attention to so much today, but I'm finna just play it off like I ain't studying nothing. I'm about to act like I'm not paying none of that type of stuff no attention. He said, but really, I got all three of my eyes on everything. I got my third eye. I got both of my regular eyes. I got all my eyes. I'm paying attention to everything. So I'm like, what the hell the mouse trap is? He said, I just got certain items out in my room. I got like 3 buns by the foot of my bed. I got a bag of Cheetos up here. I got a sausage. I got a soda right here. He said, but I got it perfectly set up and I know exactly what's what. He said, I'm finna watch any single person that go in my room today, but I'm not going to be in the room. Anybody that go in there for Harry, he said, I'm watching their ass. And if anything, any item is missing, I'm going to get all the people that went in that room together and somebody going to give me that finger. I'm going to get somebody's finger because you're using sticky fingers to steal. Oh, I'm taking somebody's finger. Somebody going to give me that finger. Evil folks down there, he going down there standing by the poker table for a couple hours. He busts a few laps around the dorm, come back upstairs. Then him and the Muslim dude went to talking because the Muslim dude went back to court he went back to the jail for court. And when you come back, see, if you come into prison for the first time, they don't let you bring none of your stuff in the county. I'm talking about nothing. I think like legal mail, stamps, stuff like that, but that even got a limit on it. You barely can't bring nothing. They'll throw it all away right in front of your face. But in the county that he came from, they sell green Colgate. They don't sell that in the state prison where I was at. You only could get the white Colgate. And they was talking, and evil folks were saying that he saw a green Colgate down there in the kitty. And that's one of the items that the Muslim dude say he was missing. And the kitty, if y'all don't know, in a poker game, that's where all the money go. Like, that's like your escrow account. That's the person that hold all the money and keep tabs of everything, what belongs to who, and then they do their distributing at the end of the game. Muslim dude go down there. He asked a few questions or whatever. He eventually walk away. I guess they finessed him and was like, I guess they told him like, nah, this came from somewhere else or whatever the case is. So evil folks smiling, walking around. And I was about to say, I don't know if they understand, but they understand. I think it was just so weird, bro, the way he would smile. He would smile, bro, you know, at the mention of doing something crazy to somebody, or like, and not just nothing like, oh, I'm about to fight him, I'm about to slap him. I mean, something crazy, like really hurting somebody. Like the man talking about, I'm gonna cut somebody's finger off if I find out somebody's stealing. Like, that's, you know, I mean, to each his own. Like 2 days went by, evil folks still on this same exact thing. I'm talking about, you know what, I thought I just saw something. So 2 days went by. Evil folks still on this exact same thing. He ain't stopping because he just feels so tried and disrespected. Damn, bro, as I think about it, that was just such a terrible way to live for so many years. But damn, I feel bad for all them people that's gonna be enduring that for the rest of their life. Just terrible, bro. Later on that day come, or the next day, honestly, I don't even remember. We just gonna say the next day. The next day come, they call yard call. So everybody running, shooting, going yard call. I went out there, evil folk went out there, a couple people went out there, get some sunlight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes sitting in that warehouse, and I always call it a warehouse because that's exactly what it is. It's just a warehouse with rooms in it. Sitting in there, it just gets, sometimes you just want to feel the sun on your skin, you know what I'm saying? So we eventually come back in here. You know the rule when you come back in, everybody rushing for the shower. Out of 6 showers, there's probably a good 4 working at all times. So people running in, rushing, trying to get to the shower. I get upstairs, Evil Folk get upstairs, he running to his room, and I run to my room. I go trying to grab my soap and stuff. When I pop back out the room, I see Evil Folks standing in front of the door, candy bar out. When I see the candy bar out, it ain't clutched a little bit. It's all the way out. And that man sitting there with a grin on his face. I threw all my stuff back in my room on the bed and went straight down. I'm like, what's up, bro?